Good morning, girls and boys. Welcome to the Texas Flycaster podcast. It is the Monday morning sidewalk. So let's start with the shameless self-promotions I have to do. Go to my website, www.texasflycaster.com sometime. Take a look at the merchandise I have and really take a great look at the fly line mats that I make. I've shipped those things all over the world now. www.texasflycaster.com. Wow, the days are getting shorter, don't you know? Don't you know? Welcome from wherever you are this morning. This is the new Monday morning sidewalk in a brand new format. This is the second week. Please feel free to load this in your car's drive time, subscribe, and sit back as those red tail lights make it feel a lot like Christmas. I'm going to ride this audio format until the last dog dies, people. I can't say I will be on with you every single Monday morning, but that's part of the discipline required, especially in fly fishing. You gotta show up. North Texas is one very hot mess this week. Weather talk just can't be avoided. We're looking at temperatures in the 90s. Golly, unbelievable. Late October, going in the 90s. We were down in the 50s, 60s in the early mornings last week. Here we go. But we also have several events this week. I got to point these out. If you're a fly fishing person or interested in the whole sport, there's two events this week that are probably worth the price. Well, one at least is worth the price of admission. One, you got to have some money in your pocket. There's an Orvis event in Southlake later this week, and I can give you that information if you'll just. There'll probably be a link to it down below. So check the links in this podcast after you get out of your car. And maybe you can show up for that event. It might just be worth your time. And the second one, hoity-toity shindig, Magdalena's Fort Worth, put on by Tailwaters. Both of these revolve around fly fishing movies that travel. And interesting, those are on the same night, October 24th. So look for the link to both of those in the description below, or in the story at www.texasflycaster.com, my website for the last 17 going on 18 years. Woo-hoo! I think we've about completed 17, so we're in our 18th year for sure. Golly. Wow. Speaking of completing years, it's my birthday this week. Yeah. I'll be 39 again. What can I say? I like that number. It wasn't a great time in my life, but it was a great number in my life. So anyway, 39 and holding, just like the rest of you guys out there and girls. Girls never turn 39. They're always younger, aren't they? I think they are. You know, we never ask their age, gentlemen, in case you weren't raised right. Never ask a woman her age. After my birthday, next Saturday, a day after the cake is all done and I'm sugar high, I have another fly tying event for veterans in Denton, Texas, downtown Denton. It's put on by the Art Room, which is a therapeutic art spot in Denton, just off of the square, about, a quarter mile. And I had a good turnout it was 2 weeks ago. At that time, it'll be 2 weeks. And really, people learn how to tie flies. I couldn't believe it, how fast they came along and everything. It was great. It was just great. Check that out. There'll be a link to the art room and the fly tying program. Man, here's a topic. I had a fantastic phone conversation last week, 30 minutes probably, with Chris Johnson, owner of Living Waters Fly Shop, Round Rock, Texas. And it was wide-ranging conversation. I've got a raft for sale, and that's what he was calling about. But we got off into discussing the fly fishing industry and what's going on. Holy moly, he was quite honest with me, and it kind of confirmed a lot of things I thought about the industry. And his shop is doing quite well. It revolves. If you've been to his shop, Living Waters, in Round Rock, Texas, you know that it revolves around fly tying. It's a unique setup that is really heavy fly tying place. And he gets full houses whenever he puts on his fly tying events. I'm hoping to do a video with people, you people who have fly shops in Texas and do these events. Send me your video horizontal, and I'll plug it into a video. I'm not getting any help so far, which is not surprising, but I'm trying to get this done so that people can see that there is somewhere to go tie flies elsewhere in Texas besides what I do and what a couple other places, maybe 2 places here in North Texas, DFW do. So all across the state, if you got a fly shop and you're listening, send me some horizontal phone video. It can be anything. Send it. I have a few of my fly mats left down at Swan Point Landing Orvis endorsed store, Rockport, Texas now. So be sure to at least stop in there and check them out. See what my fly line mats are all about. I've sold them on 3 continents and all across Texas, and there's hundreds of them in Florida. So, there's that. But it's slowed down quite a bit for me too. So this industry is really sucking it in towards the end of 2024. I'm not too surprised. It's an election year, people. Make sure you go vote. But if you do go in, say hi to Dave Hayward. Dave he's a fountain of knowledge, great guy, and he definitely can turn you on to the right place, right time for fly fishing down there in Rockport, and find you a guide if you need one. So Dave Hayward, hey Dave, hope you're listening. Very much a sharing guy. Did you guys see that perfect rocket booster grab at SpaceX in Boca Chica? Truly amazing stuff. I love seeing that. I'm a little bit of a space junkie from my childhood, and all those trips we made to the moon and stuff. So only problem with the SpaceX Boca Chica is they're trying to get a permit to dump treated water sewage, post sewage, whatever you want to call it, clean sewage in South Bay, one of the most well-known, amazing fly fishing spots in South Padre Island, Lower Laguna Madre system. How do you think that's going to turn out, people? And why does the richest man in the world need to dump sewer water right there in South Bay? The guy could afford a pipeline around the world if he needed it, if he had to have it, was forced to have it. This is why you need to go vote, people. You do not want fresh water going into the South Bay system. It's too shallow, and it'll ruin it. It'll be ruined forever. And I can tell you from my experiences as a photojournalist in San Diego, and they're dumping this kind of water into the Pacific Ocean. They would have a pipe going under the water, and it goes off to the shelf and drops into deep water. That pipe broke once, close to shore, about a mile offshore. It was nasty. And they had to close the whole beaches down for miles in either direction, and there were seagulls coming and getting into that stuff. It was nasty, nasty stuff. And I don't think it was as treated then as it is now, but it doesn't matter. It's fresh water going into salt water in volume. This is not going to work, people. So it's the only reason that Mr. Elon is doing this is because it's the cheapest solution to a shitty problem. We need to get motivated on this one, folks. Thanks for listening. I hope you go to my website, www.texasflycaster.com. I want you to have a great week. Let me know what you think. And like and subscribe when you have time. Don't do it while you're driving. Don't do it while you're driving. Do it while you're in the stall at the high rise you work at. And just feel free to close your eyes and hit subscribe. See you next week.